Mm. All right, we are back. uh, Sorry, my stream just crashed, so I had to restart it. If you're just joining from the other one, uh, welcome back. Let's refresh this. All right, let's just check some stuff, make sure we're good. Sorry again about it crashing out on us. It happens. OBS crashed on me. Yeah. Test, test. Hold on. I hear a little bit of sound. There you go. Okay. That still shows the other ones. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Um, Shows that I'm live with you right now. Cool. Sorry again about that. So, okay, let's get back to it. All right. All right, let's get back into it. Sorry about that. All right. And let's make sure that you could hear me. I don't think that you could hear it. That is weird. So, it just doesn't want to actually do what I'm asking it to do. OBS. I'm just trying to get you so you can hear the audio. All right. I don't know. It glitched again. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. I don't know what's one second. Let me try one last thing. There we go. Let me try this real quick. If this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna go with the other.
Prediction and how to avoid the mistakes
Okay.
that most
Ugh.
people make when they jump.
All right. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure that you could hear the edits audio and make sure that you could hear me. So good. Okay. We're back to it. It's okay. Sorry about that. So I'm just editing this video and I'm just gonna pick up from right here. I'm about a minute and a half in. And I got to get through 14 minutes or about 15 minutes.
And also, Jupiter has their own wallet as well as their own mobile app, so you could always just go with the Jupiter wallet. It does have a lot of perks when you're using Jupiter. Now, once you have your wallet installed, you're going to need to fund it with some Solana and some USDC. And if you are using the
Hmm. So I'm just going to kind of go through it as quickly as I can.
and if you are using the
Gosh.
C. And if you are using the Phantom wallet, you could buy Solana and USDC directly from the wallet. You could buy Solana and USDC directly from the wallet.
All right.
If you're looking for a centralized exchange, Coinbase is always a
All right.
centralized exchange. Coinbase is always a good go-to exchange, and as far as centralized exchanges, they are relatively trusted. But personally, I don't usually keep my funds on these exchanges. I only use them to either buy crypto or sell it and turn it back into dollars.
There we go. Clean that up. See how quickly this is all getting cleaned up?
And turn it back into dollars.
So again, if you want to try Descript, it's easyaedits.com. It's up on the screen. Great
And
tool.
on that note, and I actually
So
And I actually
I sometimes play a game when I'm like, how far am I into the edit and how short has it been getting? Like, so, oh no, we're down to 13 minutes.
and I actually don't sell my crypto very much anymore back into dollars because I use things like the CAS card, which
There you go. So that's a cast. It just doesn't know how to spell it.
CAS card, which you get at mydeficard.com. It allows me to take
Here, for some reason, it always thinks that when I say at, thinks that I'm talking about some sort of like email address or something. But then I need, oop, this is always the frustrating glitch. Go. There we go. And the reason why I did that is because now when I have my closed captions that I put up on screen, I could put this by itself and it looks prettier. There we go. So that's like a CTA, a call to action, an affiliate
at
opportunity.
mydeficard.com. It allows me to take USDC or other stable coins and I put it into this and put it into this and put it into this stable coins and put it into this prepaid Visa debit card, and then I could spend it on bills or anything
Yeah,
card, and then I could spend it on bills or anything wherever there is, and then I could spend
didn't get repeats there.
and then I could spend it on bills or anything. Then I could spend it on bills or card. Then I could spend it on bills or anything that I want or anywhere, basically anywhere that then I could spend it on bills or anything that I want, basically anywhere that Visa is accepted.
Yes.
I want basically anywhere that Visa is accepted.
And then this is a separate little thing. But you see, I'm moving through the video 2.5 minutes in, and I still have like 14 and a half minutes of runtime.
Accepted. This part is still coming soon. They are adding in a savings account, basically giving you an online bank that gives you a higher percentage yield, 4.5%. So
See? And the thing is like this is gonna create multiple pieces of content for me when I'm done with this part.
4.5%. If you want to try the CAS card, I will drop CAS card. I will drop a link to it in the description of this video. But again, Coinbase is a
There we go.
video. But again, Coinbase is a great spot to again Coinbase is a safe spot in order to and again you have Coinbase as well as your actual wallet. You could also just buy it directly in the Phantom wallet.
I already said that. I'm just gonna repetitive. I'm gonna cut it out. So you see now I'm down to almost 14 minutes. Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off.
It in the description of this video. So in my example today, I'm going to be using Solana and some USD. So in my example,
Let's say so.
this video. In my example today, I'm going to be using the Jupiter wallet, but it functions the same way as the Phantom wallet. But I need to have some Solana to pay gas, as well as some USDC to place my bet. I already have some Solana in my wallet, but now I just have to come over to Jupiter.
Oh,
Place my bet. I already have some Solana in my wallet, but now I just have to come over to Jupiter and connect my wallet. I'm using the Jupiter. But now I just have to come over to Jupiter and connect my wallet. I'm using the Jupiter extension, and now my wallet's connected. And I'm going to grab a little bit of USDC out of Jupiter Lend. Come over here to and I'm going to grab a little bit.
there we go.
And now my wallet's connected. And I'm going to grab a little bit of USDC out of Jupiter Lend. Come over here to Lend. I have a couple USDC right here. Come over here to Lend. I have a couple USDC right.
All right. See, it's slowly getting through this video, but a lot faster than if I was.
Lend. I have a couple USDC right here that I can go and grab and show you how to place a bet over here on Predict.
Go.
How to place a bet over here on Predict. So to Predict, to pull my money out of Jupiter Lend, all I need to do is click it.
And if you ever have like, so Jupiter Lend is always together, I could update both of these to the capital. Jupiter Lend 3 times. So now that's fixed. I don't have to worry about that. It always
Jupiter
was.
Lend, all I need to do is click it, come over to withdraw, and I'm just going to grab 5 USDC just so I can show you as an example. So I'm going to hit
It's to be actual number.
5 USDC just so I can show you as an example. So I'm going to hit withdraw. So I'm going to hit withdraw. I'm going to get a pop right here. It's going to deposit 5 USDC into my I'm going to get a pop right here. It's going to deposit 5 USDC into my wallet, and it's going to burn this other token and charge.
Go. So see, we're
I'm going to
coming
get
along.
a pop right here. It's going to deposit 5 USDC into my 5 USDC into my wallet, and it's going to burn this other token and charge a small gas fee. Hit confirm when you are ready. Make sure that you are signing with the right gas fee. Make sure that you are signing with the right website, jupe.ag, and hit confirm when you are ready.
Never wants to spell jupe.ag right.
And hit confirm when you are ready. You are ready. My withdrawal was successful. 5 USDC. I can click dismiss.
It's coming along. It's coming along.
I can click dismiss. 5 USDC. I can click dismiss. And once the wallet refreshed, it has deposited It has deposited 5 USDC back into my wallet.
Coming along. See, we are almost 4 minutes into our 15 minutes of footage.
Refreshed, it has deposited 5 USDC back into my wallet. So now let's go over to predict. Now, again, there are sports, crypto, and politics. There are sports, crypto, and politics. And under sports, we have soccer. And under sports, we have soccer. We have basketball.
Let's see. So I'm going to shorten these a little bit. That a little bit because this is my tone when I'm doing my editing. It can be different for you. Just remember that.
Soccer. We have basketball. We have the NFL. We have the NFL, American football. We have F1 races. And then
There we go. See? Now we're under 14 minutes. I don't know. It's just the game I play in my head.
fights like UFC. Now how does this actually work? So let's take Los Angeles and work. Let's take Los Angeles and Orlando as an example. So Orlando has a higher odd to win this game, 69%. And Los Angeles has a lower odd at 33%. So every contract that you buy will cost 69 cents or 33 cents. You could also bet no, which 33%. So every contract that you buy will cost 69 cents or 33 cents. You could also bet no, which is a different contract, but basically betting on the same thing. Say 32 cents. Say 32 cents that Orlando will lose, or 68 cents that Los Angeles will lose. So in the Orlando
Coming along, everyone. See? Just zooming through this edit.
lose. So in the Orlando at 69 cents example, you would buy every contract at 69 cents, and if they win, you would get $1, meaning that you would get 31 cents for every contract that you buy at 69 cents. Now, meaning that you would get 31 cents for every contract that you buy at 69 cents. Now, if you wanted to bet on Los Angeles to win, you would pay 33 cents for every contract saying that Los Angeles was going to win. And if they win, you get $1. If they win, the going to win. If they win, the contract gets sold for $1, meaning that you'd make 67 cents per contract that you bought.
There we go. See,
Sold for $1, meaning that you'd make 67 cents per contract that you bought. So if I put $5,
and you could see that this is not actually taking that much time. So I'm about 5 minutes in. By 5 minutes, I mean 5 minutes edited, and I have a little under 14 minutes to go.
meaning that you'd make 67 cents per contract that you bought. So if I put $5 on yes, the total size is actually $4.26 after fees. $4.26. So if I put $5 on yes, the total size is actually $4.26 after fees. So I would be buying 6 contracts. 6 contracts. But my payout would be
Go. You see how quickly I'm getting through this video compared. I mean, editing's there's still process to editing.
payout would be $6. So I would actually make about $1. We could look at other markets like crypto bets. We could look at other markets like crypto bets. How high will Bitcoin? We could look at other
Ah,
actually make about $1. We could look at other markets like crypto bets. How high will Bitcoin get in 2025? How high will Bitcoin get in 2025? Well, at least during the week that I am recording this video, Bitcoin has been crashing. So the odds of it hitting 100
mm. It's a weird thing with the. There you go.
odds of it hitting crashing. So the odds of it hitting $130,000 per Bitcoin this year is very, very low.
Every single clip I go through makes me a little bit closer to the end.
Very low. So for that same $5, you would be able to get 39 contracts. And if Bitcoin did hit $130,000, you would actually walk away with $39. Effectively making you about $34 in profit. And of course, there's plenty of things in politics that you could bet on, everything from the Democrat or Republican nominees in 2028, all the way to who Trump's going to pardon or who's going to leave his cabinet. Nominees in 2028.
Okay.
All the way to who Trump's going to pardon or who's going to leave his cabinet. All the way to 2028, all the way to who Trump's going to pardon or who's going to leave his cabinet. If you actually keep up on what's happening in politics, this might be a good way for you to actually take that knowledge and monetize it and make some money. So I'm
Got some fire engines outside.
and make some money, Pat, and make some money. Monetize it and make some money. Monetize it and make some money, Pat, and make some money. And make some money. So
There we go.
I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how to set one of these up. Let's do it for sports betting. There are soccer, NBA, sports betting. There is soccer, NBA, the NFL, F1, and UFC. Well, let's go back. Well, let's go back to our example right here where we had Los Angeles versus Orlando.
Okay. See, now we're at 6 minutes into the video edit, and we have our file length right now is 13.5 minutes. So effectively, I have about 7.5 minutes of footage still to go through. And remember my goal, I told you like I would really wanted it to be over 8 minutes. That's kind of like one of my main goals with these. All right, so
Well, let's go back to.
let's keep on going because just so you know what I'm going to do when this is done is I'm just going to take my I'll zoom in and I'm going to add some elements on, some music and stuff like that. It's going to be so much easier than it seems. Okay.
Well, let's go back to our example right here where we had Los Angeles versus Orlando. Now, instead of doing this all myself,
I always have a habit of saying
now
the word
instead of
now.
doing this all myself, because
It sounds right without the now.
instead of doing this all myself because I don't know everything about all of these sports teams, I go ahead and I take a screenshot of my screen. I'm using a free Chrome extension called Go Full.
Go.
I'm using a free Chrome extension called Go Full Page.
Full page. That's not how it's spelled. It's not capitalized like that.
Go Full Page, and I'm going to download it. Then I'm just going to download the image. Go Full Page. Then I'm just going to download the image. Then I'm going to come over. Then I'm going to come over to ChatGPT. And I'm using a. Then I'm going to come over to ChatGPT, and I'm using a custom called
Go.
Stacker Agent GPT, which I use a lot whenever I am doing anything with crypto.
And again, this other channel is crypto focused. You do it on whatever topic
Agent
works for whatever topic.
GPT, which I use a lot whenever I am doing anything with crypto. When I use a lot anytime that I'm doing anything with crypto on the agent GPT, which I use a lot anytime that I'm doing anything with crypto on the Solana blockchain.
There we go.
Blockchain. So I just dropped the screen grab right here. And then you could ask it basically any variation.
See, it's coming along. We haven't been working on this very long.
And then blockchain. And then you could ask it basically any variation of this. I just said, how should I bet? Any variation of this. I just said, how should I bet on this game to have a higher odd of making a profit? I'd rather have more small wins, meaning that I don't want to be wiped out, all of my capital, all of my liquidity right off the bat. Right off the bat, I want to be able to recover my liquidity right off the bat. I want to be able to recover. So let's go ahead and hit return and see what it gives us. Liquidity right off the bat. I want to be able to recover. So let's go ahead and hit return and see what it gives us. All right, so now it's giving me
All right.
Return and see what it gives us. All right, so now it's giving me some information, some of the stuff we already knew. Orlando, 69% chance, yes. And Los Angeles, 33% chance, yes. There is and Los Angeles, 33% chance, yes. There is a lot of liquidity in this market, which is 1.33 million, which is solid.
Okay, that's dollars. Again, I'm just correcting this stuff on this page.
69% chance, yes. And Los Angeles, 33% chance, yes. There is a lot of liquidity in this market, which is 1.33 million, which is solid, which means that there 1.33 million, which means that there is low slippage risk. Slippage risk. And then there is the market bias. Orlando heavily favored. Los Angeles is the underdog value play. So your goal, more small wins. So you may have a different risk tolerance. So you may have a different risk tolerance than I do. Maybe you say you want to put it all in. But for me, I'd rather just lock in my win, lock in my 20, 30%, and be 20, 30% and be able to use that in the next bet or the next thing that I'm doing, put it into my trading protocols or put it into my lending, put it into Jupiter Lend, or put it into a perp, or have stacker agent perp, or to a perp, or have
And if you're having like if you don't know what the stuff I'm talking about, like then you can jump over to my other channel and I post these videos over there.
stacker agent do some auto trading with it. Whatever I use it for, I'd rather not just get wiped out in one trade. I'd rather not just get wiped out. One trade. However you word it is going to affect the strategy that it's going to present to you. Trade. However you word it is going to affect the strategy that it's going to present to you. So it's giving me a couple suggestions. And again, this It's giving me a couple suggestions. And again, this is sports, so you may need to do your own research on it outside of using. You may have some insight on how well the team is. You may have some insight on how well the team is going to perform, so do your own research on that as well. So let's go ahead and go over here. So there are a couple different options. So you could say no on New Orleans. You could say. So there are a couple different options.
Okay.
So there are a couple different options. So you could say no on New Orleans. You could say yes on Los Angeles, which is the same thing. So it's giving some suggestions. But let's just go over here and place some bets just so we could see. So it's giving some suggestions.
And look at that. We're under 13 minutes and almost 8 minutes in the going through the
However
video.
you word it is going to affect the strategy that it's going to present to you. So it's giving me a couple suggestions. And again, this is sports. You may have some insight on how well the team is going to perform. So do your own research on that as well.
There we go.
So there are a couple different options. So you could say no on New Orleans. You could say yes on Los Angeles, which is the same thing. So it's giving some suggestions. But let's just go over here and place some bets just so we could see how. So there are a couple different options. So you could say no on New Orleans. You could say yes on Los Angeles, which is the same thing. So it's giving some suggestions. But let's just go over here and place some bets just so we could see how it works. So let's drop 1 USD. How it works. Let's drop 1 USDC. And if I said yes, it would be 69% chance or 69 cents. So let's go ahead and place this order. I'm going to hit buy. So let's go ahead and place this order. I'm going to hit buy yes, win $1. Get my pop-up. It's going to remove the USDC and then the one sold.
And it's a different type of soul.
Soul. Hit confirm. Hit confirm. And now I can go.
See, we're
now I can go down here to my
along.
order book and I have one buy that cost book and I have one buy that cost 71 cents and it's going to give me $1. That position has now been filled and we can see now it's just going to fluctuate. It's just going to fluctuate until I that position has.
Don't know where it got if from, so we'll remove that.
Position has now been filled and we can see now it's just going to fluctuate until I either lose it all or I get my profit.
Basically gambling.
Now you could also vote no, which is very similar to voting yes, but you could see that if I say no, it's going to cost me 32 cents per contract, while if I said yes, it would cost me 33 for basically the same thing, so I might as well do the no. No.
See, we're working through it almost to 9 minutes now. And this is kind of like the hardest part. This is the most time consuming part of the whole entire thing.
Do the no. And the no.
There we go.
do the no on Los Angeles instead of the yes.
There we go.
As well do the no on Los Angeles instead of the yes. Yes. So let's just grab one contract right here. So let's just grab one contract right here. It's going to cost me.
And I just jump back and forth between this. Like, again, done is
It's
better
going to
than
cost
perfect.
me 68 cents. Wait, why did that cost me? Now, one thing to note is that I do actually have to 68 cents. It's going to cost me 68 cents. Now, one thing to note is that I do actually have to buy two contracts because you have to enter in at least $1 right here, or 1 USDC. See, if I remove it and I put, say, 50 cents, it would say I need to
Over 9 minutes, we're moving toward that 10-minute mark.
move it, and I put, say, 50 cents, it would say I need to have a minimum $1 deposit. But now it would just buy the two contracts, which is 68 cents, and that would be $2.
And this is like after I finish this part, I usually like take a break and then I come back to it and I finish the last like polishing off parts.
Would be $2. So I'm going to go ahead and that would mean that I would win $2. So I am basically risking 68. $2. So I am basically risking 68 cents, and I would win $2 if that works. So I'm going to go ahead and hit buy. Win $2 if that works. I'm going to go ahead and hit buy. Got my pop. Got my pop up. It's going to subtract $1, and there's a small Solana. And then I've got some rent, and I hit confirm. There we go. We have.
All right, we're getting there.
There we go. We have our order placed, and when it fills, it will go over here to positions. Just filled. And look, the odds just adjusted, so that will fluctuate. And as this goes up and down, I could always just close this. So maybe this goes into profit. I could close that, and I would just either lock in my profit. I don't have to see it all the way to the end of the game, whatever the odds are. But if you do, then you get the whole amount. So you don't actually have to wait until the game is over or it's complete. So you don't actually have to wait until the game is over or it's complete. So again,
So what are we at right now? We're at 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes. So only like 2.5 minutes
again, I
left
could always
footage to go
just
through.
grab this. It's better deal, 68 cents than the 70 if I wanted to do that. Again, the total size. Do that. Again, the total size. I'm going to go ahead and hit buy. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit buy. Again, a pop-up, hit confirm. And now I have my order, and now I just have to wait. I could either cash out when the odds shift in my favor, or I could go ahead and just wait until the game's over, and I'm either going to make some money or I'm going to lose some. Either way, this is how you do bets. This is how you do the prediction market. This is how you do the prediction markets on from the prediction now from Jupiter's prediction market homepage. You can go markets on Jupiter. Now from Jupiter's prediction market homepage, you can go to now from Jupiter's.
See, it's coming along. I got less than 2 minutes, and then I'm through.
Now from Jupiter's prediction market homepage, you can go to my positions. It's going to show you all your positions right here. Once these are positions right here. Once these are done, they'll end up in your here. Once those are done, they're going to end up in history.
And then here's a nice little call to action to my landing page.
And
if you are looking for a good landing page solution, again, that's start list now, which will take you to high level, which is what I use, which I like. So yeah, I can.
Done, they're going to end up in history. And if you want to learn more ways to make passive income with DeFi, make sure that you go to DeFi. Make sure that you go to DeFiEarner.com. Once you're there, I'll give you.
See, calls to action, tell people what you want. That's another thing in videos. Just tell people what you want them to do. Go to DeFiEarner.com, go to whatever. Like I'm telling you right now to go to Easy AI Edits if you want to use this tool, or if you want a landing page and your email marketing and schedulers, then go to high level.
DeFiEarner.com. Once you're there, I'll give you my 7 simple steps to turn crypto. 7 simple steps to turn crypto into daily passive income. Everything is beginner friendly, so make sure that you head over there and grab the free resource right now.
Super simple, not a very complicated call to action, only a few seconds long, which is better.
Right now. And it really is that easy to start betting on all sorts of things: sports, crypto, politics, over on Jupiter's prediction market. You don't have.
See, we're basically at the end now.
As you can see, you could do it with as little as 1 USDC or less even. And after the event is, you could do it with as little as 1 USDC or less even. And after the event is over,
See, we're almost at the end.
And after the event is over, you just come over here to my positions, and we can see that 2 of you just come over here to my position. And we can
Okay.
see that two of them, the no on Los Angeles one and the yes on Orlando. So the odds were correct that Los Angeles was going to lose and Orlando was going to win. So those are the bets that I won. Now the other example that I placed, which was no on Orlando, lost, and that means that I lost.
Look at that. Less than a minute. There we go. Just about there. Just about at the end. Capitals where I like them. I'm gonna go by Duncan DeFi. All right, so I took 46 minutes, was it? And now we are down to 11 minutes and 53 seconds. Now, what would I do after this point? obviously I'd want to rewatch it and see if there's anything I missed. I'm human. Um, but now I took something and I would have gone through it faster if I wasn't streaming right now. But it's it is still it's just such a great way to shortcut this. Now, another thing that I do is I go back to like my old videos because I just want to streamline it, right? So what I'll do is something like this. This is my last video that I had done like in the same way. So first off, I can go and grab a couple elements like this. So I have the music. I'm not overthinking this. So I'm just going to the music and I'm going to drop it in here. If I want to add more elements, I can. They have all of that stuff here. They have all that stuff in Descript. They have a whole library. So now I'm here. I'm going to just double check, make sure it's still set to loop. So now I got my background music and I have it set low because I don't want it to overpower, my voice. And then any other elements that I want to grab from here, like for instance, we have, there's like a CTA to like and subscribe. I grab that element right here. And I'm doing this through the browser on Descript. There's also an app, but I'm just doing it because the reason why I use the browser is so I could do exactly what I'm doing right now. So I could just even search for subscribe. There it is. Boo-boo. So where is it? This one right here. And I just paste it. Boom. That's there. And then I can go to this other one, which was a do your own research little animation that I have. Grab that. And then I can just go, oh, just a friendly reminder, do your own research. And then I add in this waveform, which is super simple. Just adds a little something some to the video. It's nothing crazy. I paste the waveform there. Let's just stretch this so it goes through the whole entire video. And what the waveform is like it adds like a little. Everything's too dark. There you go. See, so it adds that into the bottom, giving some movement to it. It's not really necessary. It's just something that I do. What else could I bring over? I think that's like the main stuff from here. You could always go to media. There's stock video, GIFs, images, backgrounds, and audio. There's music and sound effects if you want to like put in a little extra effort and add those things in. Then also what I do is I come here and I come over to captions, and I like this caption, the green one. It's the one I use. You could use whichever one you like. And I like having burnt in captions. You don't have to do that, but it's just another little thing. Now, what I do is I'll go through this video, and I'm probably not going to do it right now because I need a little bit of a break. But I just wanted to show you exactly what I'm doing. So, um, you would go here, and I would, zoom in, watch the video, do a proof on it, and zoom in wherever I needed there to be focus, like and I'm going to grab a little bit of USDC from Jupiter Lend, come over here to So when I mentioned come over here to Jupiter Lend, all I'm going to do is just stretch the image. You could also come over to properties if you know all your width right here, the one with the W. So if I increase this could adjust the size. If you know the numbers, you could also just stretch it manually or just so now if I was to watch this and that was kind of like a little glitchy on its thing. So what I do is like I could always remove this. So now let's watch it. So I can do the cut instead. And I just go through the whole entire video. And then I use, like you see right here where I have this character. I created that with Adobe Character Animator. I created a little puppet. It's literally just an NFT that I use from one of the projects, Draft Tower project, which I'm bullish on. But I use that and I created like an animated mouth. And I put that into Adobe Character Animator, feed the audio from, so I like here, when it's done, I just go to export and just export the audio, put it into Adobe Character Animator, and then that just gives me that. And then I just basically, um, you can see I kind of create a little bit of a movement at the hook at the very beginning of the video, however I want to format it, and then I put them in the corner. And if I ever need to, I could make it, but usually it's more important to have more of the motion at the very beginning when people are, to stop the scroll. Then what I do, and I did this with this one, because you can see them right here, but I have uh, Descript repurpose the video into shorts. So now I have like these different shorts, which I could then upload onto YouTube, but I also upload them like way more than just YouTube. So I got right here, you can see it just post. Oop, no, that's not yet. That's in 55 minutes. So today I had a short that I posted from that other video, right? So got posted in the other video right here. And I could schedule this. This is all through high level. Startlistnow.com if you're interested. Um, I would actually, they have a great workshop right here, the 5-day AI workshop, which is great. Where is it? Yep. Uh, but where is it? Then I take that, I post I personally like to post them to YouTube natively because um, YouTube is, you're able to give it a suggested video. Basically, so I post these videos onto YouTube, these shorts, and then YouTube pushes the video, the video like that, the traffic to my long form video. But then what I do is um, I come here to high level, where I then could come and I could, now there you could, I'll get into this in another video, upload a CSV and how you could do that. But if you're to post one manually, you just post, so you have your video, but now, here's the thing right here. Look, this is kind of like, so you could actually create, like, you could add new socials, Facebook, Instagram, which is, was it Google Business Profile, GBP, I think LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, uh, Pinterest, Threads, and Blue Sky are all, yeah, there you go. So you could have any of those. I have a whole bunch of Facebook pages that I control, so I post to those. Then I have my YouTube channel's basically Instagram account. Then there's also a TikTok, and then there is also a Threads account and a Blue Sky, because why not? I'm just gonna go to all the different places. I don't really I don't really know how active. Excuse me. You gotta go. Yeah. I need a day break. You never really know how active different platforms are. Like, you need to know where your audience is. So what I would do is say I wanted to go to every single one. So I wanted to post a reel and I wanted to go everywhere. Um, I would go right here. I would make sure that it was set to reels if I want, or unless it was a video. Um, and then I would be able, like, I like letting people comment, duet, and stitch for TikTok. And there you go. So now I can just like preview what it's going to look like on each platform. But I haven't put a video in yet, but you could either upload them here, connect to your Google, yeah, Google Drive. But like this was the one that I posted today. Boom. All what it would do is this. I'm not going to post it right now. Uh, there we go. Crypto bot. And then it would just do something like this. See? This one I didn't have like the actual animation, but you can see what's it look like on TikTok, on YouTube, or I don't have YouTube, TikTok, Threads. blue sky, what's going to look like on each platform. Um, and then you would just schedule it. And the thing that's really cool about this is you could also like create content directly in here, or say you don't have something like this. So I'm going to delete this. And we're not, let's do, maybe you want it to be an image instead. So we're not going to go to TikTok's not really an image platform. So let's remove TikTok, but let's leave everything else because they all do images. But what if I wanted to say, create an image? I would be able to just like, again, here, let's leave that. So I'd be able to come here and I'm going to put this back on feed. And now that's on feed, I could do images. And what I like to do is you could either just upload an image or you could create something with AI. And what I've been doing is I will create this short, right? And I will take the transcript or the closed caption, like the transcript, I copy it, I put it into ChatGPT and have it write me a prompt, or however we want to actually do it. Um, and let me see, do I actually have? I don't know if I have it on me, but uh, you'd be able to do that, or you could click and see example. Um, there we go. So a young man working on his laptop at a cafe. There are crypto charts on his laptop screen. Text at the screen says, I remember I would use AI. I'm not going to actually type this typically. Say something like that. Make crypto in your sleep with AI. And again, this is not going to be perfect or anything, but they have different styles. And I've also added in a, a watermark that has my email or my YouTube, not my YouTube channel, my landing page on it. So you pick whichever style you want. So let's go for something something colorful. And if you don't like it, so now why don't we make three variations? Generate. It's generating our images, and now we have our three different image options. So if you don't like it, make crypto. No. So if it's completely off, you can do this. Look, you try it again. Now that was colorful. Now we could always try different. Like let's try vector. Like and you'll have your own style. Now, there we go. So let's do this. Edit with Ask AI. Let's do this. Make the text say make crypto in. There we go. Let's see if that fixes it. Calling my generator. Now, what I've been doing is I've had since I have a short, I've been releasing one along like an image like this alongside with a short or a reel or whatever we're gonna call it. Did it take forever? Hmm. Taking longer than I thought it would. I usually just like I don't usually use this editor feature. Okay, so I did it. Okay, there you go. But it was a little weird. Make crypto in your sleep with AI. I mean, that works. Maybe try this. Make it one by one. Or I could just crop it, but that we want to avoid that. Hey, look, it even kept the two straws in here. Just going a little slower than I thought it should. It's doing its thing. There we go. Make crypto in your sleep with AI. Okay, now we have our image. I'm going to use this image. There we go. Give a thumbs up on that one. And hit continue. Are you making again? I'm not doing what I'm not practicing what I'm preaching about doing it with all with AI right now about getting my text and everything, my prompts. Um, but you'll see. Um, so now, so now there you go, and I could even say do a follow-up comment and go to like my landing page, for instance. Grab that URL. There we go. So I could schedule a post. I could schedule it for later. I already had one go out today, so why don't we do one later today? Like we'll call it 3. It gives us some suggestions, but I second guess these. These I don't really believe it. There we go. Schedule. Boom. And there's also watermark. You could always add this watermark in. I don't know why I just didn't add it right there. It's supposed to, but yeah. Well, I didn't add the watermark. Edit. There it is. Fixed it. So it adds this watermark where it says DeFiEarner.com, which is my landing page. There we go. Oop, why did it disappear again? There it goes. So we just have the feed. So again, it's just going to Facebook, and I think it's going to TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. All the different places. There we go. So let's save edits. So now I come back here, it should show. There it goes. Hmm, that is odd. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was doing that this time, but it's always weird. But you get the idea. I could schedule those, create them in app. Makes things very simple. And then I could have a first comment. But I created the video. Now, again, took me about 45 minutes to record this video, the other one. But then I mean, about an hour to edit it. I have a little bit more work to do on it before it's completely done. But no, it's great. So, um, mhm. Cool. So I hope that you get some value out of me doing. Let me know if you want me to do more of these streams where I'm just showing you like over my shoulder working on stuff. I'm gonna do like I feel like learning just by excuse me, seeing is very valuable. So okay, I'm gonna um I'm gonna wrap it up right now for this. But thanks again for hanging out with me. I'm gonna do. I think let me know if you want me to do more streams like this. I think that they're valuable. All right, take care, keep creating, keep earning passive income. I will see you in the next video. Bye.